I like him. So our son comes running in saying, Aslan is out. And Aslan, he's our livestock guardian dog. He's a Pyrenees mix. He's a great dog. We got him from the homesteading realtor Tim Ing and his family. And he's just a beautiful dog. He's gotten to be pretty big, and he's just nice. I like him. But he likes to play with chickens, and he's killed a couple with trying to play with them. So we ended up moving him in to be with your cows.
Yes, and him and the cows, they have this relationship where he loves to lay with them, but he also loves to aggravate them a little bit. And so May will throw her head around, and they're both jealous whenever I go in there. And they all want attention. So it's a little like brother-sister kind of action going on.
It is kind of like the Odd Couple or something, seeing them lay together, and they do like each other, but it is different. Yeah. But anyways, we go outside to see what our son is alarmed about Aslan. And then we go and look around, and we see Aslan is with the cows where he is supposed to be. So we're like, are you sure you saw what you thought you saw, Micah? And he's like, yes, I saw a big white dog.
And a little while later, one of the boys came inside and said they saw the dog again. So I quickly put my shoes on and went outside and went over towards the dog. It was on the other side of the pond. And I was calling it because I wanted to see if it had a collar on and see who it belonged to. But the more I called it, the further it went away. And he was just like trotting away. And we get out to the road and he's on down the road. And so I just come back.
And from then on, we kept seeing him. Day after day. He's big, white, Great Pyrenees, and we're like, he keeps getting closer and closer to us, our animals. Pyrenees, they're protect. They can be very protective dogs. If they claim their territory, sometimes you want to watch out for them. So we're like, is he stalking us? Is he stalking some of our animals? What is going on here? And with having young kids and animals, and a big dog that we have no idea what its intentions are, definitely put me on alarm. And I'm also like, please don't let it get in a fight with any of our other dogs. That could be bad too.
And the really weird part is that our dogs did not bark at him. So we have a couple Australian Shepherds along with Aslan, the other Pyrenees mix, but nobody was making a peep. Even the ducks and the other animals that alert to everything were not alerting to him. It was really weird.
So I'm like, are they scared of him and just don't want to let him know that they're there, or what? What's going on? Yeah, and even our guardian geese were acting strange too.
I knew some neighbors of ours a street over had a Pyrenees, so I called her and asked her if she was missing hers, but she said that hers were there, but I knew that her neighbor had some too. And actually, one of her neighbor's Pyrenees is not very nice from what I've heard. So I wanted to make sure that, it wasn't theirs, and we had this dog that could potentially be a problem around our house. But I found out all their dogs were accounted for too. And it seemed like, all the neighbors were seeing this dog roam around. He wasn't hurting anything. He would go pee on everything and mark his territory, but he wasn't hurting anything.
And so far at this point, we didn't have any major problems with him either. But we did notice that he seemed to be developing a route, particularly around our animals where we have their areas.
And it snowed one day, and that kind of confirmed our suspicions of his making a route, because we could see his footprints all in the snow, and it came down our driveway and went down by the cows and the ducks and all around our property.
So is he making his territory his? Or is he meaning harm for animals? Like, oh man.
And with us seeing him more and more often, we were wondering like where he could have come from, because we're seeing him so often now. He couldn't have just been around here before and us not notice for as much as we're seeing him. And checking the neighborhood chat, nobody's saying that they're missing a dog. We haven't seen anything like that. And now I'm starting to worry about him because, like, is he eating anything? He's had plenty of chances to eat a chicken or duck that's gotten out here on our property, but he hasn't touched anything.
And we're also starting to think that somebody just drop him off here, because that's not abnormal for people to do. They see a farm and there's animals there. Here, can't take care of this dog or animal anymore. We have had it happen with cats. Here, just dump it off here at our place, or we've had it happen at other people's farms too. Is that something that happened? I don't know. I just don't know.
So it's been about 5 days since we first saw this dog, and like we're to the point where nobody can get close to him. He runs away. We're just doing our normal thing. So actually that day Josiah was with me, and we went to the grocery store, and about 30 minutes into our trip I hear ping on my phone, and I look, and Selah sent me a text, and it's her holding a leash with the dog on the other end of the leash.
And at the same time, I'm sitting at the computer doing some office work, and then I hear a on our door. I go to the door, and I see this big dog with Selah, and I'm like, oh, it's the dog.
So I was doing chores, taking care of the cows, and I look over, and I see him. He's on the other side of the fence, and he's whining at me, wagging his tail, wanting me to come over to him. So I go over to the edge of the fence, and I stick my hand out and let him sniff my hand. Then I kind of like touch him. He doesn't back away or anything, isn't scared. So I went to the other side of the fence, and I saw he had a collar on, but there was no tag. So I go and get him and put a leash on him, and I took him over, and Dad gave him some food.
You can eat whatever of this you want. Some of it you may not want, but I know you want the meat. Pasta there, meat there. And there's more meat there. You can have the meat. Eat whatever you want. Yep, you can eat it. Eat it. There you go. Yeah, I'd want just the meat too. You want some more of that? I'll get you some more. You left the wheat behind. Alright, hold on.
He wanted attention, but we could still tell that he was still a little cautious of us, but he gradually started warming up. But he was definitely hungry.
There you go. You can eat it. It's okay. So it was brave. Hey. Yeah. In the eyes, you look just like Asa. Just like Asa. Yeah.
We don't know where he came from, but he does know basic commands, like sit.
Oh, you
Good
sit
boy.
down.
Oh, there we go.
Wow. He's like, I'll do some more. Just give me some more of that meat. He's hungry. He's just like a big teddy bear. He didn't show any aggression towards us, nor our animals here. It's like he just feels like he's welcome here, and he enjoys being around us as well as the rest of the farm animals. But we did notice as we were feeding him, he definitely looked like, for his size and his breed, he was a little thinner than he should have been. So I was glad to see that he was eating, and he definitely tore up that sandwich meat.
And when Josiah and I came home from the grocery store, we noticed this big dog was over here laying out close to the cows, just hanging out with them. And later that evening when I went to go milk, he followed me back over to the house. But the closer to the house we got, he started to go into the woods and take the route that he had been walking. And so I followed him up to the edge of the property, and he was going through the woods and he hit the neighbor's property. But their Doberman, which is normally inside, was outside, and it has electric fencing. And he got into the Doberman's area, and the Doberman did not like it. So I pushed him back in the woods, and so I called him over, and he came over, and I didn't want anything to happen to him. So then I decided, like, for tonight, I'll just go put him in the fence, one of the fences areas that we had, just to make sure he's safe and stays around.
And I have no idea exactly what we're gonna do with this dog, but he seems to fit here. I like the idea of having a dog patrol the area, but I don't want them to get into a fight with any of the other dogs from our neighbors, so maybe we'll do an invisible fence or something like that. I don't know, but he is a male dog, and he does seem to be a little bit older, so I'm kind of thinking that maybe somebody knew that we have this farm here and just thought that maybe he would be a good fit for us. So either way.
And you never know what happens. Like, you know, maybe his owner died and the people that took over the property didn't want him anymore. There's lots of different things, and I know a lot of the Pyrenees rescues are like overflowing because a lot of people will get a Pyrenees and they don't know exactly what they need, and then they become not a dog that somebody wants.
And it could be that he's just a dog that somebody got in a situation in their life that maybe they couldn't afford to take care of him anymore. You never know. But I really like Pyrenees. Growing up, German Shepherds were my favorite breed of dogs, but as I've gotten older and we've been doing this farmsteading stuff, Pyrenees are like right there at the top for me. What's yours? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you have a particular breed of dog that you just love, or are you just somebody that just likes to get a rescue mix or whatever? But either way, I'd love to hear it. So I definitely think we are planning to keep him because he's just awesome. And we asked the family, what is a good name for him?
I think the new dog's name should be Timber.
Okay, that's cool. What are some suggestions you have for the new dog, his name?
I think Bowser.
Bowser?
Mm-hmm.
Like Bowser from Mario?
Yeah.
What about Duke?
Duke? Like the G.I. Joe?
Joe!
What should his name be? What do you think?
Bubba.
Bubba? Do you want to name the dog Bubba? Name the dog Bubba?
Chicken.
You want to name it Chicken? Chicken?
So we named him Atlas.
I like that. That's cool.
He is really such a great dog, and he even walks on a leash really well. Micah loves walking him around the property on a leash.
Come here, boy. Look, I know you want to walk. You want to walk. Here we go. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Hi, boy. There you go. Ooh.
Atlas, come on.
You can do it.
Good boy.
And he's so super sweet. He hangs out with the cows and they like each other. They have the same relationship like Aslan has with them. Even when I'm up there milking May, he'll come and sit down right beside of me, and I'll have like puppy nose right here in my face, and he's like, hey, can I get some milk? Because I've given him a little bit of milk and he really loves it.
Hey, buddy. Yes. Yeah, get out of my stuff. Okay. Yeah, thank you. You're very sweet.
So he's my milking partner, and he always wants to be like loved on, his head rubbed, and if you stop, he lets you know. He's like, hey, Hey, don't stop that. Overall, he really is a great dog.
So stay tuned to see how well Atlas adjusts to the life here on this crazy farm.